Morning. Hope you're having a great Tuesday day. This is Jim McKinnon with Money Management Inc. and Kim at my faithful companion Kim at the video camera. She's a lot more important than me. You know, folks, if you got enough money, you can get away with anything. For example, O.J. Simpson murdered two people in cold blood. He got away with it. Why? Because he had the dream team. Why? Because his attorneys were a whole lot smarter than the DAs. You got to remember, a DA doesn't make all that much money. And consequently, the most successful, smartest attorneys do not become DAs. Why are you going to work for $100 or a couple of hundred grand when you can make $1 million or a couple of $1 million as an attorney? So consequently, the best, smartest attorneys are not the DAs. So Marsha, I can't remember her last name, Marsha whatever, and the tall black guy, he was a lot better than Marsha, I thought. Don't remember his name either. But they were outclassed. They were just totally outclassed by O.J.'s dream team. And O.J. got away with it. He even wrote a book. He wrote a book and he said, if I had done it. And he outlined things that nobody would have known except the person that actually murdered those two people and got away with it. Here's another example. An article in the magazine that says, is President Joe Biden's son above the law? You got that, Tim?
Mm-hmm.
Sure he is. Absolutely. He's above the law. Now, let me give you some examples. You see, and I know, by the way, Uncle Joe's always talking about, nobody's above the law. We're going to come get you whether you're Donald Trump or whether you're a poor janitor or whatever. But that doesn't apply to his son. You see, Hunter is a drug addict. He's an alcoholic. And he's not a very good guy. Now, that's a sickness. And I'm sorry for Hunter. And I wish he could shake that illness, but he hadn't so far. And he does stupid things when he's drunk. He does stupid things when he's high. But he does get high and he does drink. Well, he was working in Russia when Uncle Joe, his dad, was the vice president, not the president, but the vice president. And he had a job in a Russian corporation that paid him $50,000 a month. That's a month, folks. That's more than the average Russian makes in his lifetime, his or her lifetime. He made that in a month. Here's the bottom line. He never went to work. He didn't do anything. He just got his paycheck. And when they confronted Papa Joe about it, Papa Joe says, look, his name's Hunter, my name's Joe. I have nothing to do with that. If Russia thinks he's worth 50 grand a month, hey, that's between them and Hunter, not me. Well, if you believe that, you believe cows can fly. And I hadn't seen, Kim, you seen any cows lately go?
Not lately.
I hadn't either. But let me tell you the latest one. The latest one that old Hunter got away with. When you are filling out a form, it's called 4473, and it's a question in order to have a firearm, a pistol, or a rifle, or whatever. And on there, it asks the question whether you are an unlawful user of or addicted to marijuana or any depressant, stimulant, narcotic drug, or any other controlled substance. Given what we know about Hunter, it seems extremely unlikely that he was telling the truth. Indeed, per Hunter's own account of his addictions, as chronicled in his 221 book, Beautiful Things, it is almost certain that he was an addict at the time, which is potentially a big problem because under the terms of the Brady Handgun Violation Prevention Act of 1993, a law that Joe Biden shepherded through the U.S. Senate, lying on Form 4473 is a felony punishable by up to 10 years in prison, unless your last name's Biden. And, so even if Hunter Biden, he did lie, there's no question about that. We all know that. What are we going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. He got his, whatever he was applying for. He now has his guns, and I guess he can go shoot himself or somebody else. I hope he doesn't do either. But, folks, that's just the way it is. The rich get away with most anything. O.J. Simpson, Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden, they had a tape recorder, not a tape recorder, a computer. And all of Hunter's shenanigans was on that computer. And the FBI got the computer. This is after Uncle Joe was president. The FBI got that computer. Guess what happened to the computer? Your guess is as good as mine. That's what Uncle Joe says. Don't know. Don't know. Don't know what happened to that computer. But somehow or another it's vanished. The FBI lost it. Now, if you believe that, again, Kim, cows are flying. You see any cows? I still don't see any cows up there. You know, I don't think cows are flying. Folks, it's just another example of crooked I don't have to say crooked politician. That's an oxymoron. It's just another example of our politicians that are absolutely crazy and they get away with anything. Of course, O.J. Simpson was not a politician. I realize that. He just had the money. So if you've got enough money, you can go out and kill somebody, no problem. People could even see you do it. No problem. You can hire attorneys that are a whole lot smarter than the local DA that's going to be prosecuting you and get away with it. If your daddy happens to become the president of the United States, you can do whatever you want to do and get away with it. You can lie on federal form. If you and I did it, we'd face up to 10 years in prison. If our daddy's the president of the United States, kind of get shoved under the rug. Isn't this a great country we live in? Anyway, some food for thought. Hey, hope you have a great week. This is Jim and Kim. We'll talk to you tomorrow.